Oh, yes, here we are again, and this is a very big one. And okay, so we did say this. We can go like one on one because that's important to have diversity and stuff. Because when we stick with just only one, like and leaving everybody out, it's just wrong.
I oh, I sure you don't want to talk about Christopher Lloyd then, Richard?
We will get to him.
We'll get to him,
Okay,
yeah. But
okay.
yeah, I put this for you.
All right, thank you. So this is my introduction to Richard McGonagle. He is my childhood. Ever since I watched Ben 10, making a really gravelly voice. Well, changing it up a bit, but it's still like, iconic. His first appearance at Ben 10 2005 was in the episode Washington, BC, and he has been his most used alien for like strength and muscles and whatnot. But if you I wanted to get forearms, he would get the wrong alien. But yeah, forearms. Yeah, he's a really iconic alien, and yeah, I really did like Richard McGonagle voicing him, and he really did do a good job. I give forearms 10 out of 10.
Get it because of Benton. Hey. But yeah, I have to agree with what Christian said. All right, Muttley, we get it. Okay, so I gotta agree with what Christian said. Like, yeah, Farms is like one of the classic elements of Benton. Really like his design, and yeah, when Richard McGonagle described the voice of Farms, because I remember I even showed you guys this like of the charted video of like because of Nolan North and all that. Basically, how you describe the voice of like gargling glass water. Ooh.
Yeah,
And to find out that Nolan actually auditioned for Forums was really interesting as well.
it was. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Forums, you don't have to question me. Yeah, I agree with Christian 10 out of 10. You fresh?
I agree too. Like when I was trying to like learn much more, which I will eventually in whoever God knows what, but I prefer him to be like my almost like I put him as third favorite alien too. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Who's your top one?
Okay. Let's see. First one is Humongosaur, and second is let's see. What was it? It was a okay. What was the electric one from Omniverse? What was it again?
Oh, Sasquatch.
No. The other one.
Oh, you talk
What?
about the one with the antennas?
Yeah, like voiced by Yuri Lowenthal was.
Feedback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. That's a good choice. So yeah, forearms. Even though he wasn't voiced by Richard McGonagle throughout Alien Force and Omniverse, he did voice him, however, in um the Benton Galactic Racing video game, which is pretty surprising, and that's pretty awesome that he reprised his role for that.
Yeah, like he also replies, with Steve Bloom because remember in the with the Cartoon Network crossover and all that, he reprised as Bill Gags. They're the only two actors to reprise from the original like series.
Really.
Yeah. So yeah. One of the best from like Richard McGonagle, and thank you for Forums.
Yep.
Next one is
Even though you two haven't seen the Batman Telltale series gameplay, I have because of Jacksepticeye, and this shocked me when I found out that Richard McGonagle voices this character. So he's a mob boss in his game, and he has a tie-in with the Wayne family, and finding out that Bruce's family are actually criminals. So weird. And Batman came to stop him. He like beat him a bit, but he chose to like spare him. He's like in a hospital, like, and then Bruce was trying like interrogate him and whatnot. He was close to dying, but he got shot because one of the police officers got drugged. So yeah, that was the end of Carmine Falcone. So he's not really a good guy.
yeah, I've seen the cast. Like, yeah, it's the one with Troy Baker's Batman, and yeah, I must say it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Batman games.
And just your rating,
Um, 8 out of 10.
fair enough. All right, next one,
What? Oh, I was
Brainiac
about to put that down.
from Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, I had no idea that he voiced Brainiac until I looked through behind the voice actor. I was like, oh wow. So yeah. So in the universe where everything is styled like they're in the 1950s comic books, like for example, Brainiac is in a 1950s styled suit with a puffed up collar. It's just odd seeing him like that, but I prefer him with like a metal suit and whatnot. It suits him better. But Brainiac, of course, being an iconic Superman villain, I don't know what else to say about him, but I'm still shocked that Richard voices him.
Yeah, I heard the voice too. I honestly like it. I give it a 9 out of 10.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw that episode where we appeared in once, so maybe 8.
Fresh, you already put it on nice. Okay then.
Oh, wait, say what?
No, you already put Peeps, but thank you.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. What's it? What's this? The teacher is really 8-armed Willie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about that episode yesterday, and boy, that was a childhood classic. Like they're in a school, and on one night, Knuckles was getting candy, and he discovered the teacher, but she was like lifeless, and discovered everyone was like puppets apparently, and then like Tentacles was like swimming around it, and it turns out it was AR Willie. But why did he do this?
Well, yeah, okay. So it was to let Knuckles know where was his left and his right. And that's all that was, because you know how childish he is.
Okay, that's odd, but yeah, AR Willie, what did you think about him?
Okay, even though this was the unofficial introduction for me for Rachel McGonagle, I first got to know him fully in regular show, honestly. But this, I honestly thought that it was Jeff Bennett doing the voice, but he was intimidating. Like, yeah, look at that, a giant octopus who's ready to get down and dirty with you. Just, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Richard McGonagle until I grew up, and I wait, that's him? Wow. So
Yeah, because I
that's
showed
crazy.
you guys the clip.
Yeah, it shocked me really, man. But there's this episode, I don't remember what it was all about, but Flapjack told everyone at that candy bar, is it called candy bar?
Candy Barrel.
Candy Barrel, thank you. That he would challenge. I said he told everyone he would challenge AR Willie or something like that. And he met him, and he's on the deck, and he's just saying adventure, and all that. So that's all I can remember.
God, I remember that too.
Yeah, but for AR Willie, would you consider him as an antagonist?
Of course. I mean, like, yeah, one of, but we don't. I mean, like, there's an antagonist of the week. Like, it can vary, but he still counts as a villain.
Yeah, I would say, wait for this, 8 out of 10.
All right, that's fair.
Wow, because
get it?
Arm Willie.
Right. Now I get it.
But yeah, that's his most famed character. Marvel's mentioned Flapjack. The others were just minors. So yeah. All right, next one.
Okay. So yes. Also in the yes. Yeah, the titular character of the episode Peeps, where Benson tries to, see what Mordecai and Wrigley are doing in order to stay focused on work. So he goes to an infinite number of ways to do it until he orders Jeepers Peepers X Infinity, which focuses around this giant eyeball following everybody around, make sure they stay on point. It's not until they place a bet that if a staring contest with Mordecai, that if they win, like, he can go away, but if they lose, he's taking all their eyes. And so it all ends up with Mordecai winning with Rigby's laser pointer.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Peeps was like, holy, that's staring at you all the in time.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a giant eyeball. What'd you expect?
No, I'm expressing my opinion though.
Well,
like,
I don't know really well, so my rating is unknown.
For me, yeah, it's 3.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I say same as you. Even though I kind of felt a little terrible when he said, "All I see is darkness."
All around me is familiar faces.
Oh,
Nice.
don't be started on that song.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well,
Or not.
that is such a meme song. Like I've seen millions of videos that has that, and also, how could this happen to me?
I made my mistakes. Alex Hirsch, he's like that too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Then next one. Exo Skull.
Exoskull.
Yeah.
Only appearing in Ben 10,000 episode of Ben 10 2005, where it just popped out of nowhere, destroying the statue of Future Ben. He's like, long time no see. And I had no idea that that was Richard McGonagle. And he only had a couple lines, and that was his one time appearing. He didn't appear again until Ben 10 Iverse, where he's this time voiced by David Kay.
Yeah, like his version of it looks cool, even though he got short time of screen time. He did really good, especially with the voice, other than with forums at the time. But yeah, I give him an 8 out of 10.
7.
Yes. All right, then next one.
I see. You ready for some karaoke?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh yeah, karaoke. Yeah, I remember this episode really good. Like, I remember Pop's song, like while they were fighting and all that.
Oh yeah, he was singing. He was singing like a Footloose.
Yeah.
Wait, they actually sang Footloose or a parody of Footloose?
No. Yes, in actual, yes, they actually did sing the music. They actually did sing the song because they used licensed music to capture, moments in the show. That's what they do.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, with karaoke. Basically he was like the owner of the whole place and all that. And Mordecai and Ricky were trying to get this tape that like when they were singing, they were basically roasting like everybody from like the whole crew and all that. And karaoke was like, he didn't want to give the tape back. And that led him to like fight and all that.
Yeah, it's just all due to Mordecai and Rigby. Like they don't remember what happened last night. It's kind of similar to like a hangover. They just did some stupid crap and they just said, "Yeah, we don't mind that you can play this," and that's why he's like, "I can play it whenever I feel like it."
Yeah. But with karaoke, yeah, I give him a 6 out of 10.
Let's see, 3.
Fair enough. All right, then, next one.
But what's funny when Benton slammed that tape in his face? You got knocked
yeah,
out.
yeah, he did. Yeah. Nice. All right. Herb, Starla's dad. What fine little gentleman he is. At first, I thought that Starla's parents were like, very, fancy and all that. It was like
Yeah, one of his more tamer roles, and he sure can put up a fight, and he's a good dude.
Yeah, he is a good dude. Like a good father-in-law as well. Like, Christian, can you finish your mic?
Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't run. Oh, shoot. How about now? Can you hear me?
How about now? Okay, now I can hear myself. Okay.
Oh,
With her,
okay, good.
yeah, I agree with Fresh. One of his Tama's roles, like, yeah. And I like how they were kicking ass and all that. And then they were in Wing Kingdom. And then, yeah, just did the same thing what Musman did. Take off their shirts and, like, whoa! And all that. Like, yeah, that's a good follow-along there. I give him a 10 out of 10. Bravo.
Yes.
Next one, Odin from Samurai Jack. Yeah, I was very shocked that this was Richard McGonagle. Like, yeah, Odin's basically he had his crew. Like, other than him, there was also these gods called Ra and Rama.
Oh.
And just to give you some information, here you go.
All right.
So yeah, Odin's the one in the middle, and then
Well, I
Ra.
know that through behind the voice actors.
But yeah, the other two, Ra and Rama, were voiced by Darren Norris.
Cool.
Oh, both of them are voiced by Darren Norris?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and like they're basically telling like some advice to Samurai Jack, just like to go on and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just give them like a 7 out of 10. Let's see. Other than that, okay, so I'm just gonna put this in.
Oh, crap. I didn't realize I put a T instead of R. It's supposed to be Ryan Rasek. That was my bad. Okay, so an episode called Alone Together in Benton Alien Force Season 2. Or was it Season 1? But anyway, Ben, Gwen, and Kevin were finding a random hybrid. Getting to a portal, but I accidentally destroying it by throwing something at it. Ben and the hybrid get transported together on a desert planet, and of course they were disagreeing on each other, but they are forced to work together because of the many dangers on the planet, creatures and whatnot. And then one night, while sitting by a campfire, start getting to know each other, like learn about the name. Ben explains his name, which he calls him Ben Chenison, but of course Ben doesn't correct him. Also, when a hybrid told him his name, and he said Ryan was like the third, different other titles, and then Ben just calls him Riney because of how long it is, and he does not like when he calls him Riney. But not nice moment that like he saves Ben from getting attacked by a creature, but on top of that, he gets his arm cut off. So Ben transforms to Swamp Fire using his healing ability. He's fuses his vines with his arm, and Ronnie is upset with that because the hybrid is like supposed to be the dominant species and whatnot. But you have to watch the whole series to understand it. But anyway, so they decide to go ahead and find the portal, and they find it, and then Ronnie decides to stay behind and not go back because of what he has become, since he has a different DNA and whatnot. But at the season finale of season 2, War of the Worlds Part 2, while trying to convince the hybrid commanders, also one of them being voiced by Richard McGonagle, to end the war, they didn't want to, and then Ronnie came by and showed him what happened to him and stuff, and he became the hybrid supreme and stuff, and he ordered all of the hybrid and DNA aliens that everything is over and stuff. And he didn't appear again until an episode called If All Else Fails, where another hybrid was unaware of the war being ended, and that hybrid sacrificed itself, and yeah. I mean, Ryan Resnick, he's a pretty interesting character. What do you think, Blitz?
Yeah, I do agree. Like when I first watched it up, so I was like, at least Ben was like trying to like get along with the hybrid, like yeah, and like it was so nice of him to like give him like an arm after like he lose it and like swap out his arm. Yeah. My rating for him, 8 out of 10.
9.
Next one.
As a kid, when I had the Wii, I used to have this game called Chicken Little Ace in Action. Of course, my old one didn't work with my new Wii system back then because I was using a white Wii, and then I'm using a black Wii, so for some reason it didn't work. I don't know why. But I got this one from Amazon, and after learning that Richard McGonagle voices 2 of these characters, is like, wow. So President Turkey Lurkey, originally the Mayor Turkey Lurkey, is just ranting about Ace and his team and whatnot, being angry and whatnot, and he was just muted. And then Buff Ruff, it's just their friend and is like in distress and stuff and whatnot. And when I grew up, I realized that was 4 arms speaking. It's like, wow, I did not realize that was 4 arms. That's crazy. And I remember as a kid, he's actually a boss. Well, not intentionally, because his tank he was in was had a mind of his own, and he was trapped in there. So you're forced to like take down the tank with him in it. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, like the only thing that I kind of like noticed about this game like is that Roger Craig Smith was really interesting as Rems,
Hmm.
but
What?
Huh?
but
I
I
mean,
was
like
wondering
I
if you're
didn't.
still here.
I'm still here, but don't have an opinion about it because I didn't play the video game.
Okay, but I give it a 7 out of 10 for them.
Nice. All right then. Next one, Mr. Incredible. Like yeah, huh. I was really surprised that yeah, Richard McGonagle took over for Craig T. Nelson for the video games, except the Lego ones when it was Jeff Bergman. But Richard McGonagle's voice for Mr. Incredible was incredible.
so I was like, I was see, like literally and figuratively, so because everybody needs a chance to have a Thomas Honor character, and he proved excellence, and once again, much more incredible.
Yes.
Even though I didn't hear the voice they gave him, I would agree they probably did good because, actually, you know what?
Have no fear. Mr. Incredible is he.
Wow. Oh, that actually is impressive. I just found a clip on behind voice actors, and holy cow, it actually does good.
Gee, we can
Yeah.
hear too because we're born with ears.
But yeah, that's also the same game with E.G. Daily voicing Elastigirl, and she did really good as well.
I did
Yeah,
not know that E.G. Daily voiced Elastigirl.
Yeah, like with these certain games, especially with the Incredibles games, like finding the right people, they did really good.
they did. Almost on par. Like maybe that was like a whole point. Like, hey, could you at least try to match exactly how it is? It's like, okay, I'll give you my match. I'll give you my match.
Also, did you say on par because their last name is Par?
Well, maybe I did.
uh, also, yesterday I saw a fan casting of the Incredibles for live action. Um, and guess what this person cast for Mr. Incredible?
Who?
But this makes sense though. They cast Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
I could see that because of Cable.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah, I give his version 10 out of 10.
11.
All right,
Oh,
next
wait,
one,
you,
Kristen.
Christian.
Oh,
Christian?
sorry. Well, 6.
All right. Apocalypse from X-Men Legends 2: Rise of the Apocalypse. I was really surprised he played Apocalypse.
I did not know that until you told me, and I saw him behind the voice editors. Wow. So I didn't know about Apocalypse until I got introduced to him in X-Men Evolution. So that's how I found out about Apocalypse. Then that he appeared in a live action of X-Men. X-Men Apocalypse. Duh.
You just said it twice.
Yeah, but the voice that he gave was pretty good, actually, in my opinion.
I agree. It's almost kind of like a much more softer version of Peeps.
Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah, my verdict is 8 out of 10.
9. Yep.
I guess we'll move on to Christopher Lloyd then.
No, I got
Nothing
something.
yet, boy.
Got something, yeah. General Grievous.
Yeah, I didn't know he voiced him either. Because I never watched the 2003 Star Wars, only the CGI version. And that version of General Grievous, I really like. I like the design because of him being 4-armed, and having 4 lightsabers. And I'm a sucker for cool designs, especially for robots like him. Even though he's like a cyborg or something, but yeah.
Yes. Let's see here. And I was really surprised it was him too. And for later seasons, John DiMaggio took over. And it's funny how they kind of did that because it's similar to how they did it for Form. So it was Richard then John.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my god.
Okay then, that was on point. Yeah.
All right, so the last role that we're gonna talk about for Richard, I just put it.
Jeez, Christian, what was that? You Gary Cole from Office Space? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? what?
Yeah,
What?
that's exactly what Gary Cole's character did in this movie called Office Space. He talks like that. He's like, yeah, well,
Really?
yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean to do that. I just said that, but Dr. IQ, Duck Dodgers. I barely watch the show, but I kind of know who he is. Him being the creator of Duck Dodgers himself. Well, you guys can explain.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, I think Blitz.
Yeah, I saw a little of it, but it was really cool because this was like Richard McGonagle's first Looney Tunes role, and for Looney Tunes franchise. Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was because originally voiced by Mel Blanc himself, then eventually Jeff Bergman, then Joe Lasky, and yeah, it's really cool to see him in that show, like along with others like the late Joe Lasky, who else was it? Bob Bergen, the late Maku, and many more familiar faces. Yeah, his character, I'll give him a 7 out of 10.
Cool. All right, now to Christopher Lloyd, the star of Back to the Future himself. Even though I never watched the trilogy, I wish I did because now I'm actually curious. So, in the future.
Well, dude, the actual star is Michael J. Fox, actually.
I know, but it's still iconic because of that. But.
We reached 80. Oh, dang it, you did it again, Blitz.
Whoa, Doc. You telling me that I put my comment before you did?
Yes, precisely.
No. You must be really old then.
Oh, look who's talking. Look at you. You belong in the dinosaur stage. Oh, wait, you're the other one.
Roar. But yeah, Dr. Emmett Brown. Yes, he's a very good scientist. Like, yeah. The movies with Christopher Lloyd, yeah, he really did good for like one of his biggest roles, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
And it was so impressive to find out like James Arnold Taylor is like one of the few people he could do impression of.
And speaking of which, speaking of voice-wise, in the animated series where David Kaufman, aka Danny Phantom, took over as Marty, the great Dan Castellaneta took over as Emmett Brown.
Yeah, that was really surprising. And Matt's voice really good.
And wait, didn't it say in one game that James did took over as him in the right?
Yeah, as his younger self though.
Yes, that.
Mm-hmm.
But with Emmett Brown, yes, he's one of the more passable adult characters that can be you could like be friends with because he's just that good of a character. Yeah, he's genius. He's hilarious. He's got so much. He's just a good dude.
Yes, he is. Like, yeah. And yeah, when I showed you that clip last week, remember with him and Michael J. Fox attending Comic-Con?
Yes, even though it was like really so very sad to see that Michael's still having, Parkinson's disease. I just really hope that he could find a cure really someday.
What's Parkinson's disease?
Okay, Parkinson's disease is this disease that causes you to shake a lot, like uncontrollable movements. It's it's almost kind of like this moving around. And
yeah.
Sad.
So, did a lot of people mistake him of being drugged when he's doing that?
No.
Because they already knew. Because he's been diagnosed since the 1990s and all that.
Wow.
Yeah. And I.
I saw that on Instagram. I actually forgot until you were describing that. Yeah, that is actually sad for him. Wow. Poor dude.
And remember, that's the reason why he retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
But, like, the good thoughts, yeah. Dr. Emmett Brown, yes. Great Scott and all that. Yeah.
And as we all know where the heck Great Scott came from in the first place.
Great Scott. And yeah, I like how this led for Jason, with, who was I saying? Not Jason. Who is it? Oh yeah, Justin Roiland to like Rick and Morty.
Right. Yes.
And yeah, Rick and Morty, because especially with Morty, like Marty, clearly, you could see the reference here. And
Yes.
I saw this like a few months ago, actually last year, where Christopher Lloyd played Rick for live action.
Really?
Yeah, it happened. It shocked me. Too.
Okay then.
Yeah, but yeah, my score from 1,000,000 out of 10.
88 out of 10.
Nice.
If I saw the movie, I would give a rating, but for now, it's unknown.
All right, then. One of his more recognizable animated roles from Cyber Chase, the Hacker.
Okay, even though we're not there, but or
Hacker. Yeah, shocking that he voiced him. Iconic about him that he's the main villain and he's got a pointed chin.
Like, Dr. Emmett Brown, if he went more and more insane and evil, that's what I describe it. Yeah, good character he played. Like, and of course about his two sidekicks and all that.
Yeah, he's basically Dr. Eggman at some point.
Yeah, I remember one of them were addicted to donuts.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the small one that was addicted to donuts. Because I remember this one Halloween Cyber Chase episode where he turned into a donut monster.
Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah. But overall, for the Hacker, they play a good villain. I give him a 10 out of 10.
20.
Nice. And you first?
Well, even though I saw Cyber Chase back then, I didn't know he was there, but I guess since he's awesome at everything, I give it 100. So
Mm-hmm.
And also, yes, Blitz Christian already put Uncle Fester.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry though.
That's all right.
But even though we got to family-friendly type of material, while this is still one, it's still kind of nightmare fuel to everybody else. Judge Doom.
Yeah, and here's why. Judge Doom, he's there because he wants to get rid of the tunes everywhere. There's been sightings that I like. Oh wait, I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't seen Roger Rabbit in a while. You just say it.
Okay, let me help out. So he starts out as this big, bad, dark guy, and it's like even though he wants to get rid of the tunes, he has tune henchmen, which are like, the Toon Patrol, which are like a bunch of weasels. So
and a bunch of dumbasses.
well, yes, we put it like that, yeah. So he uses the dip in order to kill tunes, which he does by killing a tune shoe.
Yeah, which is one of the darkest moments in movie history.
And the shoe was also voiced by Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah.
So later on, we learned that he is actually a tune.
Yeah, apparently so, and it is unknown for him why he wants to kill tunes. He's a tune himself.
And it's also revealed that he's the one that killed Eddie's brother as well.
Yeah, because Eddie hated Tune because Tune killed him, and it turns out it was Dr. Doom. Ooh, Judge Doom.
I mean, like, you might as well call him Judge Dr. Doom. I mean, Dr. Emmett Brown. Dr. Emmett Brown is on the dark side.
I mean, yeah, but overall, Dark Judge Doom is one of the darkest villains ever. But he's also out of whack, especially at the end of the film. Like, it's like bouncing around everywhere, but he did get killed in his own puddle.
Parodying Wicked Witch. Oh, what a world! I'm melting, and
obviously, of course, they're gonna reference that he was literally melting.
Yeah.
Disturbing when you see the outcome when those eyes leak out. It's like freaking ketchup and mustard. I can't even look at that anymore. Come on.
And for Judge Doom, even though seeing a little bit only one time for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, for Judge Doom, one of the surprise ones from Christopher Lloyd, even though others that were considered were one of them was Tim Curry.
Yes.
But still, Christopher Lloyd did pull it off. I give it 7.
Oh yeah, same with Christian. Uncle Fester from the Addams Families and Addams Family's Values movies. Yeah,
I always saw the first one. I see the Values one. I wish, but okay. So in this one, for some reason, Uncle Fester and Gomez got into a fight. But he is missing him. When apparently Uncle Fester got lost at Bermuda Triangle or something like that. The lawyer of his or someone. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but the guy who also played a movie with Will Ferrell called Night of Roxbury, but he found this woman and his son that looks a lot like Uncle Fester, so he brings him along, and a lot of the people are missing him as Uncle Fester. He has no memory of what happened as such. As it turns out, towards the end of the film. One of the books, because it's magical and whatnot, had lightning and it brought his memory back to life. Apparently, was in the Bermuda Triangle, he lost his memory. So, but when he did Uncle Fester, actually did really good. He matches to the characteristics really well. So, it's really surprising that he did that.
Yeah, I found that out like in 2019 when they were showing the Addams Family movies. What was it? Freeform, and all that. And yeah, one of the surprising ones, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Me too.
Same here, because he really does match the character. I just like it when movies and TV shows kind of do that.
And this is what inspired Nick Kroll, who voiced him in the animated movies, to do the voice for Uncle Fester. This matching the voice and all that. Man, you cannot forget that iconic line, "Fire in the hole! You shot my battleship!"
Yeah. And remember he pulled out his trench coat and millions of bats came out?
Yes, I do.
He's not allowed in anywhere except he's allowed in Antarctica.
Yep.
And remember his tattoo, no regrets.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And what's thing about Uncle Fester in the original Addams Family? Apparently, it could stick a up on his mouth, and it could flicker a little bit.
Yeah. And let's see here. What was I about to say? Oh yeah. I actually did kind of learn this last week as well. So in the original Addams Family, not this one, the way back ago, I was really surprised who played Gomez.
Who?
Yeah, Sean Astin's dad.
Whoa! Oh, holy crap!
Who also played the Riddler before Jim Carrey did in live action?
Oh wow! That is a shocker there.
Yeah.
Playing two timeless honor roles.
That is pretty impressive, I must say.
It is. All right, then next one.
Rasputin from Anastasia. I saw this movie twice. One with my class, and one I got at VHS. I got a couple years ago. Yeah, it was a couple years ago. So Rasputin, he is a really mystical sorcerer and stuff. Haunting spirits and whatnot. I don't know how to describe his power, but when Anastasia was a girl, she got captured, and then somehow he got cursed or whatnot, and throughout the film, in the future, his head and other parts keep falling off, kind of like a zombie in a way. So he's a zombie, and he wants to get his revenge on Anastasia and whatnot, and stuff. And he has a psychic named Gartov, or not Bartot. Yeah, the white bat, which he gets on movie later. But anyway, yeah, Rasputin is an interesting villain. I didn't know that he was a Christopher Lloyd. And what's more shocking, that his singing voice is voiced by Jim Cummings.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for Rasputin, I would give him a 9 out of 10.
Same.
Cool.
Never saw the movie, but yeah, I saw his character, and he's pretty evil and all that. But I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
All right, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his character from Hey Arnold the movie, one of the many shockers. So yeah, Arnold and Gerald were trying to find anything they can about this incident, about this event way long ago called the Tomato Incident, and they're just trying to keep the whole neighborhood by being taken down by this guy named Von Scheck. And so they meet this so they meet this historian who is said to be kind of a little bit of a nut, but he helps them out by finding the location of the Tomato Incident documents, that it was a historical landmark. Once more, like he was decent. He was made a few helpful characters in the movie.
Yeah, I do remember that too, and it was very shocking that he was in the cast.
Yes.
For him, yeah,
Okay.
I give him a 6 out of 10.
7.
All right. Yeah.
Jim Nacholsky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, from Taxi, like from the sitcom from years ago, like one of his biggest roles before Back in the Future. Like, yeah,
There's a
show
sitcom, a show called Taxi.
Well, yeah, and this is the one with Danny DeVito.
Really?
Yeah. Even though I didn't see the show, I was really shocked that, like, this is the one, like, everybody looked so young back in the day. I was like, wow.
I know. It's a
Yeah. Yeah, his character Jim, like, does anybody know more about like his character?
No, I haven't really like seen it.
No, because I didn't know there's a series called Taxi.
But yeah, let's see here. On the website, it says here he's a gentle soul. Jim, in his own words, was the living of the '60s. Let's see here. His character trait was extremely spaced out of anything at that point. But yeah, overall, like, even though I didn't see it, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
All right.
And I think that's it.
Well, yeah. Here's one for me. Here's one of the surprising ones. So I saw this movie called Nobody about this family man going his day-to-day life until suddenly it turns into action-packed. He starts beating the crap out of people, and he just tries to save his family. And then he met his dad, and then he was like his dad too is also hardcore, where he set up this trap with a stapler. When he clicked down, he was like, click, and then some guy got killed instantly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds brutal.
And yeah, carving out the roles for Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, his score for me as an actor for over the years. Yeah, he's incredible. He's still going on with all the films he's doing throughout the years. Yeah, he's just a pretty cool actor.
I agree. And also one of the many other ones that I was shocked to see him in was when I saw Dennis the Menace.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on his castings. I only saw that movie once, so I don't remember what character he played.
Yeah, he played the bad guy. He was starting to get really annoyed with Dennis.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
All right.
That's all. Yeah. Let's see here. Next up in our list, Mr. Jeff Goldblum.
Woo!
Yeah. Didn't really know who he was at first until Jurassic Park and all that. And of course, I saw his commercials.
Oh, here's my introduction from him.
Cats and dogs.
So he was the son So he plays a scientist who is the dad of the kid who adopts Lou the Beagle, voiced by Tobey Maguire. So he's a scientist who's trying to find a cure for people who have dog allergies. He eventually does, and he just I guess that's his whole thing. He was all right and stuff. It was a great introduction once more, and I mean it was that's all I can say.
All right then, and your overall score?
Well, yeah, I put it like at 7 because, again, while the movie may have an ensemble cast, it was just kind of one of those early 2000s weirdness. It just made me
I see.
Yes.
Oh, wow, look at that. And suddenly there's a running in it, and then I'm screaming.
Next one, Ian from the Jurassic Park movies. Yeah. Really surprised to see a young Jeff Goldblum. One of the few times I got introduced to him. When I heard about Jurassic Park, and And the other time I heard about Jurassic Park, it was from Mad when they did the parody with Jurassic Park and Pokemon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And remember that joke they made with what about the Pokeballs?
Yes. We got their balls. Stop laughing and give us our money.
Yeah. But Ian as a character, yeah. How would you describe it, Fetch?
Yeah, I guess you could say like he's cool and like it's funny that he kind of lost his crap and it was like, come on, we need to get out of here right now, and then must go faster. The T-Rex was chasing after them. He was starting to lose his crap and yeah, it was great to have him alongside Samuel L. Jackson and Wayne Knight and let's see, anybody else who I recognize from there. Well, you already know it's a blessing when it's ensemblage.
Yeah.
But what was interesting is in the sequel is that he has an adoptive daughter as well.
That's right. And let's see here. Yeah. He's an interesting character from for Jeff. And yeah, I'll give him a 9 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Nice. Then next up.
Oh, where are my manners? I haven't really properly introduced myself.
Oh, I see what you did there. The GrandMaster from the MCU.
That's why, because I couldn't find who he played in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and whatnot, so
yeah, because he was there.
Yeah, the GrandMaster. Yeah, even though this is not my introduction to GrandMaster, because I actually got introduced to the GrandMaster and Superhero Squad, where he was voiced by John O'Hurley.
Really?
For me, my introduction was in Ultimate Spider-Man, where he was voiced by Jeff Bennett, who also voiced the freaking Collector.
Oh, of course, the Collector.
Yeah. And
wait, are you talking about the one where him and Collector were like summoning villains and heroes to fight against each other?
Contest of Champions, yes.
Yeah, Contest of Champions. I remember seeing that on demand. I didn't see the rest of the episodes, but I thought that was really interesting. And I didn't realize that was Jeff Bennett at first.
But yeah, when I heard that Jeff Goldblum play the GrandMaster, they really did go with his costume and the hairstyle, especially the hairstyle at least.
Yeah, I was like, dude, they really went all out to make him look like that because he just differs so much from the comics. Because of course, comic movies either choose to stay with the source material or just make it up.
Yeah,
but he proved funny.
Yeah. Overall score for me has to be 8 out of 10.
11.
Nice.
Oh geez, this is gonna be. Seth Brundle, aka Brundonfly from The Fly.
The Fly killed my grandfather.
Oh no, I knew you were going to say that.
SNL reference, yeah, but go ahead.
So yes, it's the classic story of scientist Seth Brundle creates the gene. It's to the act into a human mutant fly creature. Yeah, when I got the footage from last night, I was like, yeah, why am I not surprised? Of course I'm gonna get freaked out. But it's kind of cool, he's crawling on the walls and he has super strength, and it's just kind of a little bit like
Ant-Man?
What?
Like Ant-Man?
Ant-Man? Ants don't crawl on the walls.
Oh yes they do.
Really?
What
I
are you
thought
talking about?
Spider-Man could do it. I thought it was Spider-Man because really, can they crawl on the ceiling? Did I say ceilings?
Yes.
No, they can't.
They can. If you ever seen one.
Do you have any proof?
All right, let's go to the nearest dumpster. Let's bring one fly to one of the buildings. We'll see if it goes up in the ceiling. But
Okay. Wait. Anyways, aside from all this BS and stuff, I mean, there's nothing more to say. But to be afraid, be very afraid.
Okay. And your score?
Yeah, I say just 8.
All right, then. Next one.
Oh, you're playing with the big boys now.
Oh, I didn't know it was him. I Google, why didn't you give me the full thing they played in? God dang it. Okay, so I had no idea they voiced him. Alright, so Aaron, the adopted brother of Moses and Prince of Egypt. They're getting along great. And apparently, he was the heir to his father, aka the Pharaoh. Became the next Pharaoh, and he came very strict and all. And when Moses came God's descendant and whatnot, he refused to let the people go and whatnot. So he became the next antagonist, basically. And what else could I say?
I mean, like, I was shocked. I was like, oh, yeah, look at that. They were right. It's an all-star cast, and he was there. Wow.
I mean, like, yeah, I've seen a little bit, but Aaron as a character, like, as your guys' opinions?
I mean, I never saw the movie.
Oh, okay.
I have, and he is all right. He was a good brother at first, but later he turned into a villain, and yeah.
For me, yeah, 7 out of 10 for him.
9.
All right, cool. Let's see, other from Jeff Goldblum, if you guys have any.
I don't, because I don't really know him that well.
There was let's see. Yeah, I just made the episode about like he was in Sesame Street.
He is?
Wow, surprise there, because why not? Oh yeah, and Brock Baker's like video. I remember he did the impression of him, but with the big ass glasses.
Yeah, because to match him, because he
it's similar to like how he did the Owen Wilson impression with the blonde hair.
Oh wow, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go playing.
Hey, now you're an all-star. Game on, go play. Nice.
Let's see, like let's see. I mean, like it shocked me the most. Like it said that he was in Captain Planet, where he played this villain called Verminous Scum. And
Is that the one with the drug episode?
wait, the drug one. You know, like this human rat-looking creature. He has this red hood and dressed in black. That guy.
Well, there's an episode. Apparently, like there's like drug-based episode where these pills things and make him crazy and whatnot. So I don't know if that was the one you were talking about.
No. If you saw the episode, I mean, okay. So let's see. He looks like this. Like that.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, it shocked a lot of people. Like, look at this. It says, "Oh my God! I just learned Jeff Goldblum did the voice for Verminous Scum and Captain Planet. I love him even more now."
Thank you, all you people out there. Let's see here. There's also somebody else's birthday I just put in the chat.
What?
Yes.
Yes. Here you go.
Bob Odenkirk?
Yeah, like he was in such stuff like the Mr. Show with Bob and David, where he did it along with like David Cross and a lot of different other people you should know. And then he was also in this movie that I just mentioned, Nobody, and he was also in Hell and Back and Incredibles 2. Yeah,
Incredibles 2 was like Winston.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. And Christian, he was also in Everybody Loves Raymond.
What?
Yeah, he was in the. Remember that Raymond had like a school reunion?
It's been a long time since I've seen it, so I probably wouldn't know what you're talking about. So, sorry.
He was also in the episode where they were debating to buy a go-kart and all that.
I haven't seen that one in a while either.
Oh, okay. But yeah, with Bob, like, yeah, even though I didn't no other media from him, he seemed like an interesting actor to me.
And me too. Like I think he was at his absolute funniest in this one Mr. Show episode where it's called "You're Fired," where he fired David Cross's character, and then he, along with David and Tom Kenny, were like cursing at each other.
Yeah. And Tom Kenny's character was like, "Fuck you," and he was like, "You're hired again."
Derek Cross and Tom Kenny. That is pretty interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. And it's still surprised like Tom Kenny occurs like in live action than animation.
You see, I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what do you think of Incredibles 2?
His character from Incredibles to
I mean, he's a good character. He's actually nice. I like his sister though.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, I put somebody else's birthday too. Look what has happened to Jonathan Lipnicki.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan who? Wucky?
Okay, listen. So he's the kid from Stuart Little and
right, glasses kid, the one that looks like the kid from Christmas Story.
Oh wow, when you put it like that, I'm like, yeah.
All right then. So yeah, that's how I got introduced to him was Stuart Little.
Of course, Stuart Little 2, and then the first one, and then like Mike. It was also stuff like Jerry Maguire and the Little Vampire. And
I've heard of Little Vampire.
And how did it go for you?
I said I've heard of it, never seen it.
Oh well, I haven't seen it either. But I mean, and also, even though he did make a quote unquote appearance on Family Guy, he said that he was lucky to get made fun of. So I guess he was just, happy to take a laugh at himself.
Okay. I don't know why he would want to be made fun of.
Because his character. Okay, in this one episode of Family Guy, it said that Peter has invited over Jonathan, saying that everybody likes him because he was the Jerry Maguire kid. He was all cute and stuff. That's what he said. And then when he came over, his face was all deformed and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a similar story to like Ben Stiller, like how they made fun of his ears.
Okay.
What was that the catchphrase now?
Dumbo ears. Why not? But other than that, yeah, he was a good child actor.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and then other than that, the ratings for everybody's birthdays, yes, incredible actors throughout everybody's childhood. Thank you for for everything they've done for us.
Yes,
oh wait,
indeed.
we forgot one more. We forgot somebody.
What?
We forgot a certain Mr. Lava Lava.
Huh?
Oh my God, this is Shaggy.
I'm right there, Mr. Boombasket, right there.
Shaggy, yeah, Mr. Bombastic. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't know he was a rapper with the name Shaggy, but yeah, remember when I showed you that rap battle with him and Matthew Lillard?
Yes.
But yeah, didn't he sing one of in one of the live action Scooby Doo movies?
Yeah, he did provide his version of the Scooby Doo theme song, and that's really clever because since his name is Shaggy.
Yeah, it's let's see, who could have sing the theme song? Hey, you, what's your name? Shaggy. You're in.
Perfect. Hey, if you get a chance, you can play Shaggy in the future, which pretty much happened just right now.
Shaggy, voiced by Shaggy. What would they think of next?
And it's and what if he stayed true to his character? Like if they had food and the food is gone, it'd be like, hey, who ate all the food? And then it's like, it wasn't me.
Mr. Bombastic.
All right.
I mean, yeah, that's a reference to one of his songs called "It Wasn't Me." That's
okay. As I never listened to his songs, that's why I don't get the joke.
It was also in his Cheetos commercial that starred also Mila Kunis as well. It was like, it wasn't me, it was Shaggy. No, it was
yeah. Wasn't me. Hell yeah.
Okay then. All right. So yes, really awesome to these actors and voice actors that done our childhood and are still doing this to this date. I give all of them a really great of applause. They did a really good job. I don't know what else to say. It is just that great.
Yes.
Couldn't say it better myself.
All right. Yeah.
And tune in for tomorrow. I am doing Best of Worst Gumball episodes on my channel, so stay tuned for that. So see you guys.
See ya. And now we discuss.
Peace, family, guy in the house.